Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to watch this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one index card from this deck of index cards that I got from an even bigger deck of index cards. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your index card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. And I just want to acknowledge that the audio is not great, but it's warm in here and I need the fan on. So if it bothers you, this may just not be a reading. So some symbol of an eye or an eyeball could be significant for someone. I just saw 122 change. Starts with you. Your third eye could be significant. Your intuition. Maybe navigating through a difficult situation, but that doesn't have to be true for everybody. There is definitely a very strong sacred feeling coming through, and that noise that you just heard in the background, not gonna lie, that kind of scared me a little bit. So someone could be dealing with things that are a little bit shocking and just a little bit scary, but nothing too crazy, just makes you jump just a little bit. But you can handle whatever comes your way, because there's like a really strong sacred spiritual type of energy here. So let's see what index card you're gonna get. Oh, they just flew all over the floor. I just saw this one that says, I miss you so much. So there could be someone who misses you, a spirit guide that could miss you, the universe that misses you. But, you know, it could also be somebody in real life. Maybe you miss you in like your own company. Definitely just take it however it resonates. Let's try again to get this card. Okay, it flew out over there. Let me grab that real quick. And this makes a lot of sense. I'm feeling impatient. So, obviously there's something here that you're investing in that you need to be more patient with. The Seven of Wands could be a significant card for someone. I'll be floored if I see it come out in a reading today. But yeah, I'm trying to think for a second. There's like an attachment here. Something mentally or emotionally that's really making it hard for you to commit to what means the most to you. There's also, like I said, something spiritual about this energy. I think it's just having faith in yourself and what you're capable of, what's possible for you, whatever you're working on. Believe that where you want to be in life is possible for you. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't beat yourself up. Keep yourself in check with that, how you speak to yourself. Address the negative self-talk and make sure you're being honest with yourself, but also kind. I'm not sure if I'm getting anything else from this. Let me just sit on it for a second. I'm feeling that there's some sort of cycle here, like death energy is coming through. Doesn't have to be like actual death, but like an ending, a spiritual death, a mental, emotional death. There's a cycle here that you're being called to end, so that way you will no longer be held back by your own mind. You will have control over your life instead of your fears. This is a really, really good opportunity to grow and to gain wisdom and awareness. Definitely don't underestimate the power of healing and the power of clarity, which means don't underestimate the power of lies either. Don't underestimate how you show up in the world, or how you treat yourself, or how you talk to yourself, because it reflects in your external reality, and it has an influence on your life that you don't want. So this doesn't have to resonate for everybody. There could be a stubborn energy here. I saw 555, and you need to work through that stubbornness, so that way it can stop holding you back. Like, that's part of it, and you got to work through. I know what it feels like to be stubborn. Everyone does. And I just want you to know that it's possible to understand why you can be stubborn at times and how that's holding you back. So don't give up on yourself and your healing and trying to protect yourself and your energy. Take care of yourself and your energy. I'm going to go ahead and get a deck big enough to shuffle from this box of cards that I have. I'm just going to get a couple of these to look a little deeper into this. I feel like there's something here about depth and how that makes you nervous. Really getting to know your own thoughts and your own feelings, connecting with yourself internally makes you nervous. And that's okay if it makes you feel that way. But don't be afraid of, how you think or what you feel, because you can always change that. Definitely be kind to yourself. And that's so interesting. I have temple. So there could be something here significant about an actual temple for you, but this instantly made me think of treating your body like a temple. It does feel like your health, especially mentally, need to be your priority right now, your main focus. That plus like your stability, your security. There's just so much focus here on self. There could be some distractions here, or a particularly distracting thing here that you need to address, because it tempts you to be self-destructive and to give yourself less than you deserve. So don't ignore that, because if you do, I don't know, eventually you won't. It's just not healthy to hold on to self-destructive habits, and not only is it not healthy, it's also you just straight up don't deserve it. I feel like maybe someone here dreams of a better world, or world peace, things like that, and you need to know that that isn't impossible. You just have to be patient. Yeah, it definitely, that's interesting, because I didn't realize, I just now realized that I'm feeling impatient card. And I also saw a sign about twin flames. Could be significant for someone, definitely doesn't have to be, so only take it if it resonates. But there's a lot here that the universe and your spirit guides want to teach you or show you about the power of patience and consistency and gratitude and all of these things that these challenges in your life are pushing you to learn and embrace. Next, we have 41 with there is more to life. And it's crazy to think about that, honestly, because there's so much to life, and it can get overwhelming at times. That could be just like a message in of itself for somebody, where life is interesting and all, but it's so overwhelming. And just know that you don't have to jump into anything, but you're also not obligated to take, I don't know how to say this, just move at your own pace. With the number 5 here, this is really, really confirming some sort of inner transformation, some healing that you need to be focused on. Don't be afraid to change your perspective, the way you look at things, the way you look at yourself, the way you look at the world, the way you feel about yourself, the world, and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to be connected with your inner world, because even though fears are scary, sometimes they're not as scary as it seems. There's definitely some fears that you need to work through here. I feel someone here who has like a tight grip on trying to control things. I just saw 11:11. Whatever you want out of life is possible for you. Whatever you wish for, deeply desire, it's possible for you, but you first need to be focused on healing and taking care of yourself so you can put yourself in, a really good position. Which, take that however it resonates. There is more to life. I feel like that's like a message for someone as well, that whenever things seem dark and bleak, that's not all of life. There are so many sides and colors and shades to life. And I feel like someone here, to some degree, hasn't even scratched the surface of it. Like, you haven't really seen as much as you deserve to see about life. I just saw 12:22. The universe is really, really encouraging you to just be yourself and to trust that it's going to pay off. And I think learning to love yourself unconditionally is going to make it a lot easier to care less of what other people think of you. I'm going to wrap up this reading by getting a rune from this baggie of runes that I made myself. Also, for somebody, if you have been thinking about going to the doctor, which is honestly really relevant with this temple card, the universe is just confirming, yes, go to the doctor. Do that. So for your rune, we have Othala with the letter O, heritage, possessions, ancestral wisdom, and home. What I said before about gaining wisdom, I think through healing, you're going to learn a lot about your ancestors, about your family line, your heritage. There could be something significant here about items that have been passed down. I think you're also going to learn more about how you got to where you are, at least on some level. I saw 3, 4, 5. Trust that everything happens for a reason, but it feels like the universe is just wanting to show you and teach you so much about home. This could be about like your actual home life, or it could be about Earth. There's a lot here that the universe wants to show you about stability and security and independence, and it feels a lot like they want to help you grow in the way that you've always deserved since you were younger. So, forgive the universe and just try to give the universe a chance to explain itself. Let the universe show you what it wants to show you. I think that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, You can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it really does make a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.